Synapse. Today, we're diving into something every one of us thinks about more than we would like to admit: fitting in. Not just socially, but in academics, in the way we dress, in the status that we chase, and also in the way that we carry ourselves. It's easy to think that the urge to fit in is, shallow or dramatic, like something that we could have just grown out of, but research tells us a very different story. The need to fit in is not a weakness. It's just biology, survival instinct. It's ancient. Human beings are social creatures, and our brains are wired to monitor our social standing almost constantly. Evolutionary psychologists explain that for early humans, belonging to a group meant protection and safety. Being excluded meant a risk. That wiring didn't just disappear only because we developed iPhones and college applications. One of the most striking studies was conducted in 2003 at UCLA. Researchers found that when people experience social rejection, even to mild exclusion, the same parts of the brain had lit up as when they experienced physical pain, literally the same neural pathways. That's why even small moments of being left out or misunderstood can sting a lot more than we'd ever want to admit. So when you think about fitting in, just remember that your brain is not overreacting. It's trying to keep you safe. This instinct shows up in a lot of the same little tiny ways as when we adjust ourselves. We change our tone, we soften our opinions, we dress to blend rather than to express, we say that we're fine even when we're not, and we pick the version of ourselves that feels acceptable to other people. Social psychologist Solomon Asch found that in the 1950s just how strong this pull actually is. In his famous conformity experiments, people agreed with answers that were clearly wrong just because everyone else in the same room gave the same answer, the wrong answer. They weren't confused, they just didn't want to break away from the group. And today, that pressure is even louder. Social media amplifies it, academic culture amplifies it, clothes, trends, achievement, even the way that we talk online, all are factors pushing us toward uniformity. But here's the twist that psychology keeps coming back to. We don't crave to fit in, we crave to belong. And those are two completely different things. In Brené Brown's research, she explains very simply that fitting in requires you to change yourself. Belonging requires you to just be yourself. Fitting in is about proving that you're similar enough to the other people to be accepted, while belonging is about being valued because of your differences. Fitting in drains you, belonging strengthens you. And when you feel you belong, even with one other person, your stress levels drop, your confidence rises, and your sense of identity strengthens. People who feel deep belonging are much more resilient, more creative, and even physically healthier. Studies on social connectedness show lower inflammation, stronger immune responses, and even better mental health outcomes, all because they don't have to perform. Let's talk about where this shows up the most clearly. In academics. Many students try to look smart instead of learning from curiosity. But research on motivation shows that students who pursue authentic interest rather than external validation perform better and feel less anxious. Another place where this shows up awfully clearly is in clothes and outward appearances. Fashion becomes less about expression and more about staying invisible. But self-expression in appearances has been linked to stronger identity development, especially in teens. Even in friendships where we reveal the safer parts of ourselves first. But real belonging only happens when vulnerability meets acceptance. And even in cultural identity, if you've moved countries or grown up in between cultures, you know the instinct to soften parts of yourself to avoid being too different. Psychologists call this code switching fatigue, and it's real. And it's also just every Tuesday for me. In achievement and status, sometimes we chase things not because we want them, but because they help us to fit into a mold that we believe other people admire. But when you look at the research, something becomes much clearer. Fitting in is a fear-based response, belonging is a truth-based one, and your brain thrives on truth. Belonging does not require a big group. It might just be a small circle, single friendship, a hobby community, a teacher who gets you, or the moment you stop apologizing for things that you like. Sometimes belonging starts within you and when you accept the parts of yourself that you used to hide. So today's message from me to you is very simple. Notice that when you're fitting in to survive, notice when you're belonging to thrive, and choose spaces that let you show up as yourself and not the edited version of you. Thank you so much for listening in. If this episode made you rethink your relationship with fitting in, belonging, yourself, share it with someone who might need it too. And subscribe to this Synapse series for more conversations about the mind, identity, creativity, and what makes us human. Thanks for listening in.